Hello and welcome to my review of set 75414, the Forest Burner Snowspeeder, or as I like to call it, the Hot Rod Snowspeeder, with 349 pieces and retails for, as the standard for LEGO these days, and outrageously priced $65. Now, the set itself does look really cool, based on the front of the box right here, which shows both of the mini speeders, like the Stap and the mini speeder, as well as the actual Hot Rod Snow Speeder, and all three minifigures depicted in the bottom right corner. And on the box, it just shows them like chasing each other. And what is Squidward or Soltius, whatever his name is? What is he shooting at? Like he has his blasters like firing, but like, what is he firing at? Like I doubt there's anyone in front of him, and it looks like that they are enemies. So why is he firing at nothing? Doesn't matter though. The back of the box, honestly, is pretty good, like, box art, considering LEGO standards for, like, box art these days. Like, it does, like, only have the two pictures of the play features, but it also has, like, a pretty cool action scene, and I think that's really cool. But it it shows the snowspeeder in its landed position with the speeder tucked in right there, which you'll see that feature when I get to it. And there's the Stap right there, and right now those two are trying to duel this guy. The first minifigure I would like to take a look at is Sig Greebling. And first of all, I love the name, because if you don't know, Greebling is like a LEGO term for like an intense amount of detail that is just a bunch of random parts thrown in there, and it still looks amazing somehow. But anyway, I have not watched the Rebuild the Galaxy show, so I don't exactly know how accurate it is, but I'm assuming it's accurate because it is a LEGO show. But I do find it pretty cool that that he has a orange lightsaber, which I don't think we've seen like ever, because the only person I know that has an orange lightsaber is like Cal Kestis, and that's just an I think. Like I don't even know that for sure. But this is the first one that I've seen who actually has it, and that's like pretty cool that he does have it. That such a like random minifigure has one of the most unique lightsaber colors of all time. And I think that is very cool. But other than that, the minifigure is like pretty standard, but it still looks like really good. It has printing everywhere except for really its arms, and you can see like kind of like Jedi robesy stuff right there. And he actually looks like a really good minifigure. Like again, I haven't seen the show, but it is a very nice looking minifigure with this nice wavy hairpiece that I'm pretty sure we've seen like 1,000 times before. And in the back, he has a confused face. He should have probably have an angry face, but the happy and the confused work, I guess. And you can have him smile while he's piloting the snowspeeder. So overall, pretty good minifigure. The second minifigure that I'd like to take a look at is Darth Dev, which I know is like his brother turned evil or something because of the universe changing things. But I just gotta say that this minifigure is absolutely beautiful. Like the printing on his like metallic arm right there, as well as the printing on his chest and back, and just the printing all over is beautiful on this thing. And the fact that he has like one bare arm and one metal arm, I think looks really cool. Like at least in my opinion. And he's such a cool minifigure. Like every little detail is just and it elevates this figure, in my opinion, to be one of the best like Lego Star Wars minifigures of all time. Like definitely not the best, but it's probably like I don't know, like top 20 or so. Like I know that doesn't seem high, but it's a pretty high bar for Lego. At least like these days it is. But he has just a regular angry Sith face and another kind of neutral face, which is kind of cool, but maybe he should have had like a smiley face, but it doesn't really matter that much because I think it still fits for like a Sith type guy, you know? But yeah, because, you know, he's holding a red lightsaber, which looks very, very cool and sleek. It's just a standard red lightsaber that we've seen forever now. The back also has some nice printing. Like, I do really like it. It's not as detailed as the front, but it's still, like, it's pretty sick. So, overall, this is, like, such an amazing minifigure. I can't, like, overdo it enough. It's just so good. And now for the last minifigure. Oh, this is the wrong minifigure. Sorry. We have Darth Squidward, as I like to call him, or Solitist. I don't really know how you say his name, but just like Darth Dev, this is such an incredible minifigure. First of all, it has gunmetal gray purple lightsabers that are attached with a chain, which is just like one of the coolest things that you can have. He has like these cool like Jedi robes or Sith robes. I don't really know what he is because purple can go either way. And his back is kind of lame, but it's just covered up by the cape anyway, so it doesn't make much sense. But the front of it really reminds me of Doctor Strange with the robes and then the like weird medallion in the front. But it's green. He's a green Doctor Strange and a Jedi or Sith Doctor Strange. But yeah, he is the same species as Cad Bane by the looks of it, having like the no nose thing, and it's also the same species as the guy from Avengers Infinity War. So that's kind of cool. But also just his weapons, I think, are probably like the second, other than his printing, but the weapons are the best part of this. Because you can kind of have him like throw his chained up lightsaber to have it like slice through a bunch of things. And I just think that is very cool. So overall, very, very, very cool minifigure. And this guy does not have a second face print. No. But a very cool minifigure nonetheless. And the lineup of this set, like the minifigure lineup, is just so awesome. They all look so good. And now we have a new stat design, which is like funny because we just got one for the MTT last year, and I'm pretty sure we got one for the Clone Battle Pack the year before that. So this is like one new design each year. But it doesn't matter. It still looks good nonetheless. And I think I kind of prefer this, especially with that hinge. Because I think the hinge makes it look a lot more compact and just looks a lot better than the other two models. And just the way it's built, like the engines, they look a lot better. Oh my god. Engines look a lot better, and just the where you put like the feet of whatever you have riding this thing. I do think it looks a lot better than the other ones. But speaking of feet, let's get this guy out. Remove his chain and lightsaber. Sadly, there's no spot to put them, so you kind of just have to have them loose, which is kind of sad, but it's not big of a deal. But anyway, you can clip on his hands to the whatever that thing is called and put his feet up there, and boom, you can have him ride the staff and shoot at nothing like he does on the box. For the first part of this, we have the hot rod speeder, not the snow speeder, just the small little speeder, which is pretty compact design, nothing too special about it, except for these kind of cool, like, fiery streaks on the side, and these stickered parts right here, which I think are very sleek. And I feel like these should have, like, little flames. Like, I know they did that so it connect to the bottom of the snow speeder, but, like, just flames that go out more would have looked so much better than this. And besides, you can, like, take them off and put them back on. It could be, like, an interchangeable thing, right? Yeah. But either way, you have the two blasters up front covered by those very cool looking fire stickers up there. And that clip, you might think would be to hold your minifigure's lightsaber, but that is not the case. I mean, you can have it like that, but that's not explicitly what it's used for. You'll see what it's used for in a second. But now that we have a minifigure here, we can fold up his legs and put his arms out. And then there are 4 studs right there, so you can plop them on in there so we can pilot this, and you can fly around with the speeder to your heart's content. And now, let's see what that clip does. Now, in the speeder, there's this tiny little thing right there, that little bar right there, which is where this clip can attach to that bar right there. And then, boom, you can have the speeder holding the other speeder and then have it drop the speeder out and then fly away. How cool is that? This is like such an amazing feature on the set. It's so cool. Like, I wish there was a cool dropping function, but the fact that they can connect like this is just, wait, hold on. The fact that they can connect like that is just, it is so cool to me. And I honestly don't know how they can think of this stuff, but it is just such a cool design, and the play value that you get out of this is just like insurmountable. Like, it's beautiful. I love it so much. But enough about that. Let's just clip him back in there. You can actually see his head in the back of the cockpit right there. But let's talk about the full design of this thing. Now, from first impressions, this is not your ordinary snowspeeder because it's fire looking. Very cool. But on first impressions, the fire on this thing, it does make it look so much cooler. Like, I love the snowspeeder design, but I think I might like this a little better because of just how cool it looks with all, like, the flame detailing right there. And me, personally, I didn't mind the stickers in this set. Like, they kind of were annoying to put on, especially, like, these ones, because you can get crooked really easily. But other than that, I had no problem with them, because they make the set look, like, a million times better with them. And I really like them. But starting with the front here, it has, like, kind of this, like, reddish, yellowish thing that continues all the way up to the back, which is more of a black color. But going down, it goes from, like, orange to yellow all the way through, and it looks really, really cool. And everything is replicated on each side with that little kind of, like, giant blaster, so you can fire up whatever you want to be firing at that moment in time. And there's also these flaps that cover up those grates, which in the 2014 one, which I have, cover up, like, the cool little engine printed pieces that they put in there. So no printed pieces for this one, but it still looks amazing nonetheless. And it's, like, really clean. Like, there's not a lot of big gaps, like, anywhere that you can see. I think the biggest one is, like, right here, but it's still, like, covered up, like, really, really well. So they did a great job designing this thing. Moving on to, like, the top of this thing, you can just pop it off just like that. Oh, and fun fact, this is actually, like, a brand new cockpit piece, and I don't think it has been put in any other set except for this one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think this is the first one that this has ever been used in, and I really hope all the other snowspeeders, like, use it. Like, I love the old design, but this elevates the old design. Like, it's way, way better, because the whole one piece just makes it look so much better. But yeah, it can pop up just like that because of those hinges right there, and you can see him in there ready to drop out the speeder and go for a little ride. And you can also see some control panels and those 4 studs right there, which is where we can put our pilot so that he can drive the snow speeder. And I will get Sig Griebling right here. I will pop him in there with relative ease, and they don't have to lay down because this is not exactly a downsized model. And then you can place it down, and they both fit in there quite comfortably. And even with it like this, I think it looks very cool. Just kind of have him flying at you, just like with the top of his head showing. Like, I think that looks very, very sleek. The bottom of this set can show you, like, some of the connection points for some of the wings. You can see some of the ball joints, like, right there and there. But you can also see that there are these tiles there. So once you place it down, it's kind of nice and smooth. And it's not, like, super rough to land. But you can also see these clips right here, which are actually for the lightsabers. You can put one lightsaber there, and one lightsaber there, or you can, like, flip them around, and they'll fit on there comfortably, and it's a good way to store them, and they won't fall off while you're flying your snow speeder. So that's really cool. And now, time for the swooshability test. You can hold this in many different ways. You can hold it like this with your hands on either wing. You can hold it like this with your hand below it and your thumb on top, which is one of my preferred grips. Or you can hold it from the lightsabers down here and just fly it around like that. Me personally, I kind of like to have it like something like this. But me personally, the one grudge I have against this set with it coming from a downside of this is that there's no, like, big thick stuff right here that I can put my hands on and easily swoosh it. So that is one of my complaints about this, but I can still hold it in other ways and it'll still work just fine. Now, speaking of the swooshability, like, it is very swooshable, but the snowspeeder just isn't that much of a swooshable model because, you know, it's not like a spaceship. You can't do flips and stuff. It is good if you're trying to, like, simulate, like, how a speeder would do it. Like, you do that, and then you, like, maybe do some, like, maneuvering like that. Like, in that era, it's really good, but kind of, like, turning and doing, like, flips and stuff like that. It's not exactly what a snowspeeder was built for. I know I'm judging a Lego set's swooshability on the in-universe, like, way that this thing hovers or flies, but I don't care. Let me live my life. But anyways, yeah, this thing is very swooshable, but not spaceship swooshable, speeder swooshable, which is what it is built for. And now for my final ranking. For the minifigures, honestly, even though I don't care about them, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I love the minifigures in this thing. Playability, I'll definitely give it a 9 out of 10. There are definitely some areas that could be improved, like the bottom of the ship not having really a good grip point. But it does make up for it with its amazing play feature of being able to pull the speeder out from the speeder. I know that doesn't make much sense, but if you've watched the video, then it would make more sense, right? Yeah, I'm just going to go with that. For overall design and build itself, I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. Like, it's just, I like the snowspeeder, but it's not my favorite vehicle. Like, I do really like it, but it's not my favorite vehicle. And I do think seeing, like, the forced burner version of it definitely makes it look a little bit better. So, a normal one, I would probably give, like, a 7.5 to an 8, but this one I'm giving a solid 8 out of 10, and it deserves it. And for swooshability, I think a solid 6 would be good, mainly because of the grip, and also the, like, just way I described it, how it's good swooshability as a speeder, like, not exactly good at swooshing as a spaceship, which is kind of what it's built for, like I said, but, like, still, I like swooshing stuff like a spaceship. But it does its purpose. It swooshes. It is a pretty swooshable model. But anyways, for my final ranking, I think this thing deserves a solid 7.5 out of 10. First of all, the value is not there. $65 for a snowspeeder is just outrageous. Definitely meant for this to go on sale. The very least you should buy this for, in my opinion, is like 30 to like $25 to $30. That's what I would price it at. But for you, I would probably leave it at in Canadian dollars, at least 40 to 35. I think that's like your limit, but don't go any higher than that. Like, that's just absurd to go higher than that. But overall, this was a very, very cool set, and if you watch the show, you probably have a blast with it, but if you don't, you'd be like, oh, that's cool. And this is a hit or miss for you, really. Like, you'll like it or you won't like it. I don't really think, like, you have to buy it. Like, I don't think it's like a get it right now or else you'll lose it forever. I think it's like, think about it, and if you really want it, get it. Don't be too hasty on this set. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to have you watch my videos again in the future.